Hello all. So I bought this manual tire changer, tire breaker. And so I thought I'd make a video on it and how I'm going to go about installing it and using it. And basically using it to mount my own tires or change out like TPMS sensors or things like this. Or anything that would involve breaking a tire off a rim and mounting it back on or a new one on or something like that. And I got this on Amazon. I've already been playing with it a little bit. I still got it mounted on the ground, but it's pretty basic. It's a low cost unit. I think I spent like $80, $90 on it. It was less than 100. I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out. But basically this is it. I've already started playing with it here. You got these cross member bars that need to be mounted into cement. And so I'm going to be doing that. I've been thinking about different ways on how I can mount this thing and where I want to mount it. And I don't think I really want to put it inside the garage because it might just take up space. And so I think I'm going to pour some concrete and just leave it outside. And so I bought these, which are just L hooks for when you're framing up a house or a wall that go in the concrete. And they seem to work okay. And I think they'll work. Basically, I'm going to go pour some concrete and just mount these so they stick out. And then I'm just going to bolt it down. That's pretty much it, is what I'm going to be doing next. I'll put links down below to these too if you need to check these out. These are pretty low cost. I got these at Lowe's, but you can also get them at like Home Depot. They're pretty low cost. They're only like about $1 a piece. But basically, I'm just going to show how I go about installing this. I'm also shopping around for some low cost tires online. I got this tire off of Amazon, and I'm going to start by mounting tires on my own vehicle. But like I said, hopefully it comes in handy. You know, if I have a bad TPMS sensor or anything along these lines, just swap it out and it'll just be a low cost repair as long as this works good. And so that's where I'm at. I just got it in. I played around with it a little bit. I bolted it up and tried to put a tire on top. But I need to mount it into concrete so that it's got a really solid, stable surface because there's going to be a lot of prying going on. So it's going to need to be bolted to the concrete like a slab really well. Or like me, you're going to have to pour a small slab so that it doesn't move on you. And so I'm going to go and start doing that, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and I got the concrete poured. It's not perfect, but it'll do the job. And basically, I just used 4 bags of concrete. I did have some fence posts, so I laid them into the ground and went inside of a cross pattern right here. So when I go to twist on this, it doesn't turn on me. That might have been unnecessary, but I had some fence posts lying around, so I just went in a cross pattern in through the concrete in the ground. But basically, it's bolted up now, so it's ready to go. It's on there pretty solid. And there's 2 parts of this. This part right here is to remove the bead. So you lay the tire down and you push down real hard until you can break the bead. I do have another tool to break the bead on the tire, but I'm going to see how well this works. Very likely it's going to be kind of difficult to break the bead with this. And this up here is the main part that's going to be used. This screws off and you put your tire down on here and then you screw this back on. So I got to change out this tire over here. I need to put this tire on this rim over here. So I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go through the steps and see how well this machine works and if it's any good or not. So I'll be back. So the first thing I need to do is I need to get the valve stem out. And so the next thing to do would be to break the bead going all the way around on both sides. You're going to have to break the bead. And this can be kind of difficult to do. There's some different ways to go about doing it. Back in the old days, they used to run over the corners with the front tire until they broke the bead going all the way around. And this machine does have this hookup right here where you can push down and try to break the bead. But I already know this is going to be difficult to do. And while it is possible and you could do it, it's going to take a lot of work to do it that way. So what I do have here is I have this right here. It's called a bead buster. And I've used this before. You basically just use a cordless drill and this helps you break the bead going all the way around. So this is what I'm going to be using to break the bead on here. But if you do go to use this, this is what it looks like. And basically you got this bar and you're going to have to go around all the way around on both sides and break that bead going around the tire. But like I said, I'm going to go and use this bead buster. So I'll be back.
Okay, so I got the bead busted off on both sides. So next thing to do is to put it on the machine and take the tire off. So this right here just screws off. And we just screw this back down on it. And so this is the side we're going to be using when we go to take it off. There's going to be two sides. This is the side you use to put it on. This is the side you use to take it off. And it really helps out if you have some dish soap to use. So there's that tire, it's off. And so here's my new tire. This is what I'm going to be putting on. And just to show you something real quick, that if you never changed out a tire before using one of these machines, then your best friend is going to be this groove that's right inside of here. I don't know if you can see this groove, but there's a groove that goes around the tire, and you're going to want to get one side in every single time that you go to push one of these lips over on the tire. You're going to want to be inside this groove. If you're not inside this groove, then it's going to be really difficult to get that on. It's already kind of difficult to do anyways, but if you're not inside that groove right there, then it's going to be almost impossible to do. So when you go to do these, be sure that one side is inside of this groove before you attempt to pull this side over. And this will go for both times. So I'll be back. So this is the side you're going to want to use when you go to put this last part on. This is going to go inside and you're going to pull it around all the way until it's done. So hopefully you can see this right here, but this side right here is going to go in underneath that lip, and it's going to come in like that as we pull around. And so that's basically it. It's mounted up. So I'm going to put some air in it and put the valve stem back in. So I'll be back. And so if you've never done this before, be sure to put air in before you put the valve stem in, just until it pops, and then put your valve stem in. That way you get enough air in so that it does pop. So there's no valve stem inside of here. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to give a basic overview of this low-cost tire changer machine just to see how it works. And it works okay. I personally am not going to be using this to help bust the tire down. Maybe if they're really small tires or something like that, because it can be really difficult to bust those beads. So for me, I'm going to be using this bead buster right here. Like I said, I'll be putting links down below to everything I'm using here. So if you want to look at this bead buster or this tire changer machine, just check the description down below. I'm going to put links down there. But overall, I think it works pretty good. I'm going to be using it every now and again. It's not an everyday machine, but in a pinch, it will work, and it's not bad to have around. And so that's basically it. If you have any questions, ask me down below, and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.